All right, we got some earnings here. Broadcom going to give us some information as we are looking for some answers. George Tsilis joins me. We were just looking at HPE firing 3,000 people, George, so maybe we should talk about that until the Broadcom numbers come in. What do you think, George? Hold that thought. Numbers just came out for Broadcom. $1.60 for the adjusted EPS for Broadcom in the first quarter. Street was expecting $1.50. That's a beat right off the bat. Their adjusted net revenue, $14.9 billion, is also a beat compared to expectations of $14.6. That's good. Stock's moving higher, aligns with those two numbers. Next quarter, second quarter revenue, $14.9 billion. Analyst estimates were for $14.59 billion. That's a beat. So far, we're 3 for 3. They're talking about AI semiconductor solutions and software. George, does this give us something here to hang on to in the aftermarket? Boy, would we love for Broadcom to ramp up right now, wouldn't we, if we're bulls?
Well, I mean, I think there's, this market's really challenging right now, OJ. I think everyone's waiting for a tradable bottom. Maybe this will provide some, clarity in terms of the AI spend as well as momentum for tomorrow. Obviously, the sales beat as well as the EPS beat are meaningful, considering that the EPS estimates now are the beat actually puts the EPS growth over 40%. Sales, it looks like estimated were 22% growth, so they came in ahead of that. So I'm just going to, roundabout do the numbers here about 25%. I think guidance will be important here for Broadcom, and I think this is also probably one of the best value diversified AI plays that doesn't necessarily have some of the other risks associated with the AI infrastructure like NVIDIA does with China, tariffs, export restraints, and so forth. But the semiconductor space really needs a lifeline right now, and it needs some leadership, and perhaps Broadcom gives us that.
Okay. Broadcom has its hands in a lot right now, which is, I think impressive because it's such a big company. It's such a legacy name, but it's been nimble and growth-oriented now for a couple years, and I think the street loves it, generally. They do. So it's an opportunity for us to get something positive going here. To connect this with the layoffs we just saw from HPE, George, I mean, it feels like if we wanted to, we could dismiss HPE as a business that's been out of date for quite some time, and that maybe we don't have to pay too much attention to those 3,000 jobs getting laid off if, Broadcom and others are still the ones driving the bus.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Every company, I think, right now is just looking for reasons to trim expenses. And, of course, labor is very, very easy to do so. That seems to be the narrative right now in our economy. I think HPE's got a little bit more exposure in the server space. So that might be indicative of changes in the semiconductor stack, particularly the GPU stack.
Yeah, they said higher
really
costs.
I think
a buildup of older generation semiconductors are going to affect their numbers going forward. That was from HPE.
Yeah, I think so. But I think, if you look at Broadcom, what's unique about this business is their application-specific ASIC, their integrated circuits, which are specific to accelerator chips, but also customized design for, networking needs and data application. So it's a very unique kind of technology that's really a core technology to essentially take the hardware, the server, and of course the chip technology, and then integrate it within networking and communications. And so that's where I think Broadcom is very uniquely positioned in this AI stack of technology. But looking at the tradable price action after hours, obviously very good. I do think the market right now is latching on anything positive. It's almost as if we are due for something positive because everything is just so negative right now. And perhaps this, gives us some relief rally going into the end of the week, considering we're breaking below some pretty meaningful moving averages, at least in the major indices.
Okay. Hey, this is a nice rally in Broadcom we got going here. So let's see if it can hold. Let's see if it can provide us maybe some buffer for the overnight session and in tomorrow. Thanks, George. Appreciate your thoughts.